For this year's campaign, the Mesa Church had a grand idea. That was to do like Acts 15:36 says, go back and visit the brothers in all the towns where we preached the word of the Lord and see how they're doing. And so instead of going to virgin territory, what we did was to go back to the congregations we established in Franze and Gamoa Buduata and other cities that I can't even pronounce. That's why we were kind of shocked the first day to go down to Swedru and do something that I had never expected to do, and that was to hand out handbills for our gospel meetings that night. By the way, we didn't have any pictures of the gospel meeting because you know how pretty I am, and you know what a gospel meeting is, and it's too dark anyway, the photographs wouldn't take. Here's the big marketplace, though, of Swedru, and we wanted you to get to look at that before we took off on the highway to go to our first city, Franze. I wanted also to show you a cultural tradition that the people had. When a number of people get together walking along on the road, somebody might have a radio and they're playing music, and all of a sudden the party begins. These folks are phenomenal for partying hardy, I guess you'd say. They do it on the roadside, downtown, wherever it may be. They just want to jump and dance. In Franze, I experienced a happening that I'd never had before. I had about 5 or 6 people under a tree ready to study with me, only to find out that they were all members of the church. Here are the translators. They always arrive at the city before we do and do a great job of getting their friends and neighbors to come out and have a Bible study with us. Here's a picture of Teresa holding a Bible study. And here's Dale working with his translator.
And all of those prophecies were about the same person. Yeah. And that person was Jesus.
Teaching with a translator was burdensome, but they did a good job anyway. But down the way just a bit was Greg having a Bible study himself. But after the studies, we all lined up and walked to the water so that we can do the baptisms of those who wanted to obey the gospel. By the way, to show you how you never escape worldwide communication, listen. Yes, you had it right. We had cell phones all over the place, even in this country. But once started, the baptisms just keep going on and on. Here's a lady that thought about it a while and then decided she was going to join the baptisms and came down to be baptized. There's a welcome circle for one group of people, and then when they finish with those folks, we look up the trail and here are some others that are coming. And this just happens all the time. We just keep going and keep going and keep going. Here, for example, is a man who's been baptized, and another man, this man has just studied with us, and he's baptized, and then another woman comes to be baptized. And for all these people, there's a translator with his armful of Bibles that gives them a Bible in their own language. And then just like the Ethiopian eunuch, and they would go away rejoicing.
The boy divine, happy day, when Jesus washed my sins away.
Then on Saturday, we did our traditional thing. We went to the graduation of the Bremen Development School, where some young ladies were graduating from the sewing school there. They were given sewing machines, and the community offered this entertainment. Why, I don't know. Are you ready? Then for fun, the school thought it would be cute if every graduate would come up dancing to get their sewing machine. Looks like this. We all had a grand time and a big headache. Then on Sunday, 2 of our men went out to get their first experience in gospel preaching. Gary went out to Brenham. He did a really good job that day. If you don't believe it, just go ahead and ask him. He'll tell you. But Gary's a great leader of any campaign, does such a great job at it, and we appreciate him a whole lot. Steve Black also volunteered to help the church at Swedru, and we appreciate his trying for the first time to preach. He also did a good job. So this year we leave with other happy memories of great times, a lot of laughs, and those sweet co-workers that you love more every time you go. Thank you, and God bless you.
And the things of earth will grow strange.